You can't throw your toys out the pram.
You
cannot throw your toys out the pram, mate.
It's kind of making contracts redundant in a way as
Exactly.
well, isn't it?
You might fancy a move to Arsenal, you might fancy a move to Liverpool, you might fancy a move to Tottenham, of course.
Yeah.
But you're under contract. Is the door open for Isak to come back? Yes. I think it's a long road back.
Bruno complaining about refs, that's too far. That's considered too far. You are not captain material. Whereas a Roy Keane, for example, can get multiple suspensions, miss game time, but there's a collectiveness that, but he's fighting for the badge.
Without doubt, one of the greatest experiences in my footballing career when I captained Rangers. I was also lucky enough to captain my country as well.
No one's created more chances than Bruno in the league since he arrived. He's the 10th most goal involvements for Manchester United, full stop.
He stands up to be counted.
Absolutely.
I get a bit of flack actually for one of our two statements.
And then some. Hello there and welcome to the final third with talkSPORT Bet. I am your host, Ryan Scott Douglas, and yes, the season is well underway now. We're a few weeks in, and I've got someone to have a perfect debrief with. It is, of course, talkSPORT Bet's Ali McCoist. How are you, sir?
Excellent, Ryan. I'm in top form, and the season's, as you correctly say, well underway. What a start we've had. Plenty of talking points. Let's go.
On we go. Honestly, there is so much. It feels like it's been longer than 2 weeks. I think that we've been sucked into the transfer window a little bit as well, and all the drama. The club's not landing this person. You've got Isak, who we'll get into,
and we've had some great games.
Yeah, already.
Do you know, I've got my own wee feeling on it. We're talking about it on the show this morning. I just think even at this early stage, it's going to be a special season. Yeah,
I agree.
Some of the games that we've had have been fantastic, and they're only going to get better.
Yeah, I agree. Do you know, with the greatest respect, Liverpool kind of peeled away last season.
Yes.
They just slowly peeled away. I don't think that'll be the case this year. I hope not.
And at the other end, I don't think it'll be as clear-cut as it was at the other end.
3 up, 3 down. No,
correct.
No, yeah, maybe not.
I think hopefully, I think it'll be a lot more interesting, both ends of the table.
Yeah, I agree. Well, let's get into it with our first third, which is called No Easy Answers, of course, and it does just that. It presents some difficult questions for Mr. Ali McCoist. The first one is a juicy one, and we've got to get straight into it. Let's not beat around the bush here. Has player power gone too far?
Yes.
He's straight in.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to use the case in point is Isak with Newcastle.
Yeah.
But we can go on to, there's subs not coming on for Rangers, Ali.
Diabolical.
So where do you want to start?
Well, we'll start with Isak and Visa, right? Now, I understand they might want to move, right? But they've got to take themselves back to when they signed their contract. When they signed their contract, for whatever period of time it was, Ryan, that's the first thing you should think about. Right, I'm happy with this contract, right? So, if it's a 3-year contract, looks like I'm going to be here for 3 years.
Yeah.
4-year contract, you can't move the goalposts after signing the contract.
No.
And just say, no, I want more money, or, you know, that's something that's up for debate, and you can maybe have a chat with the manager if you want to move, if you feel you deserve more money, if there's something in the contract you're not happy about, you can have a chat and have a civilised chat with your coach or your manager. But you have to appreciate the reason you signed it in the first place was because you were happy and you were going to honour it.
Yeah.
Now, there's ways to do it, as I said, sit down with the manager and have a chat and hear what he's got to say about whatever the problem is. You can't throw your toys out the pram. You cannot throw your toys out the pram, mate.
It's kind of making contracts redundant in a way as well,
exactly. 100%. What's the point in having one?
Yeah.
You know, and I just think it's such a slap in the face for the fans. You know, flip side of the coin. Palace, Eze and Gay.
Yeah. I know.
Brilliant.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, I agree.
You behave. You've signed a contract, right? You might fancy a move to Arsenal, you might fancy a move to Liverpool, you might fancy a move to Tottenham, of course.
Yeah.
But you're under contract. And while you're under contract, I think you're duty-bound to do the best that you possibly can for yourself, your team and the fans.
Yeah.
I just think it's an absolute no-brainer.
I actually think, you know, the Isak situation, I don't think he's getting as much. I don't want players to get heat, but I don't think he's getting as much heat as I would have expected, because I'm seeing people defend him. I'm seeing people say, like, oh, at least he's being honest. This is what he wants. We don't know what's happening behind the scenes. But what we do know, like you've said, is he's signed a contract. And really, the bare minimum should be you're honouring that.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
What's the point in having a contract?
Exactly, yeah, I know.
And I know, I need to be brutally honest, I was at Aston Villa, Newcastle, first game of the season at Villa Park, which wasn't the best of games. But the Newcastle fans, a lot of the Newcastle fans that I spoke to, shall we say, He's got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
To get back. If he
I don't
stays.
blame him.
Now, by the way, no, I don't blame the Newcastle fans at all. But there is a train of thought. If he does stay back in the team, starts battering a few goals, they'll welcome him back. That makes sense. But understandably and correctly, they're a little bit upset with him.
Yeah.
I know he came out and said something about there was a gentleman's agreement.
Yeah.
And I get that. And I get he's probably upset if that's the case. I don't know the ins and outs. But the fact of the matter is, it's a gentleman's agreement, I think, with somebody that's no longer at the club.
I've got you, yeah.
So whether that stays, I'm not so sure. But the fact of the matter is, nowadays, you don't have gentleman's agreement. And that's coming from a man that had many a gentleman's agreement, which, to be fair, we're all honoured.
Yeah.
You get it in your contract.
Yeah.
There's no point of a gentleman's agreement. Just get it written in the contract.
I'm hearing that phrase.
Get it written in that contract that you don't want to honour.
If you want to leave, do you know what? I'm hearing that phrase, that gentleman's agreement. I swear it was the same situation with Gyökeres.
Yeah.
With Sporting, wasn't it? And he was like, there was a gentleman's agreement. I'm not going to play anymore. It's just happening too much. I'll quickly go back to Isak then to finish this question. So Anthony Gordon, unfortunately for Newcastle now, is suspended. He's the makeshift striker.
Yeah.
Does this not force Isak's hand a little bit to say, you've got to get your act together. If you don't think you're going to get the move, step in for your club because they need him. They need a striker up there right
100%
now.
they do.
So if I'm a Newcastle fan, I'm thinking even more so now we need you, and even more so you're only thinking about yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, there's rumours that the owner came over and had a chat with him. Me personally, listening to Isak's comments, I think it's a long road back. I think there might just be too much water under the bridge. I mean, Newcastle, I know they're looking at other centre forwards, whether it's Jackson, Strand Larson at Wolves. They've had a few. I just think, yes, the door's always. Eddie Howe's been brilliant, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
You can see Eddie Howe's disappointment. He's registered, but he hasn't been absolutely clinical. He hasn't assassinated his player at all.
No.
He's kind of kept the door open, which is clever management, but it's also the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Is the door open for Isak to come back? Yes. I think it's a long road back.
Yeah.
And looking at his comments, by saying he feels let down, and he's effectively said there's no way back.
I know. Well, that's the thing. And that's why, as a Newcastle fan, if you take exception, you think, all right, we'll stuff you then.
Yeah, of course you would.
Yeah.
Naturally would. But Newcastle well within the rights not to let him go unless they get a suitable offer.
Yeah.
But then you're holding on to a player that's not happy.
Gosh, what a situation.
Dilemma.
I know.
What a dilemma.
It could be a hell of a deadline.
And it's a needless one, it's a needless one.
Yeah, I agree. Let's move you on. Who will have more of an impact during their second chance, their redemption arc? Grealish at Everton or Rashford at Barca? Two different dynamics, but both second chance, both with England on the horizon. Who do you think is going to have more of an impact come the end of the season on their team? Interesting, because it's
a great question.
It's different dynamics, though, isn't it?
And I'll get into that. That's why I'm going to go for Jack.
Okay, all right.
And I'll tell you why. I think there's a far bigger opportunity for Jack to be a massive fish and catch the eye in a slightly smaller pond than there is for Rashford to go and play with those boys. Superstars. Now, there's more than a good chance, and I certainly hope it happens, that Marcus Rashford goes into that Barcelona team, does well, enjoys his football, scores goals, assists, and gets back into the England setup. But as I say, I just think, I'm not sure there's more focus on Jack. I'm not necessarily saying that. But even at the start, they had it at the weekend. It was just, I think everybody I spoke to, it was just brilliant to see Jack play.
It's still there, isn't it?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Play with that freedom in the left-hand side. Yeah. Clever, entertaining, clearly enjoying himself.
Yeah.
I think he continues to do that, and it's very early, in his Everton career. But if he continues to do that, of course, I think absolutely he can get back into that England squad. And I just think there's a better chance of him catching the eye there.
Yeah.
For the reasons I've given you. I mean, Marcus Rashford could and probably will hopefully go on and do well.
The ceiling's higher at Barca, isn't it? Because if you perform well at Barca, then you're a superstar, isn't it? It's one of those. But
he's going to do well to take some of his teammates off the front pages.
That's a problem.
I think Jack can do it easier at Everton, and I hope you know what I mean there.
Yeah, I like it. I'm tracking the logic. Okay, next one. Which striker gets the most goals in the Premier League season? And I'll say which new striker, because it's Gyökeres, Šeško, Ekitike. Which of those three gets the most goals come the end of the season, in your opinion? I must admit, I'm going to start us off by saying, I am so impressed with Ekitike.
A different class.
So impressed with him. I'm almost thinking, why? You don't need Isak. You could make him the main man. I understand Isak makes every team better. Yeah. I'm not saying that. And of course, you've got to reinforce.
You and play him in a wider position.
If you can do that.
Isak through the middle, and you get Salah and Wirtz. Dear me.
Yeah.
Dear me. But I'm with you. I've been really impressed with him. Really impressed. Opening game I saw him. Community Shield. I was at Wembley. There
was a touch in that game, and I remember you were purring about it. And it's only until I watched it back. He's got it, isn't he? He's got something about it.
He can play.
Yeah.
He can play. And you can tell almost immediately linking up with Wirtz. I mean, good players can play with good players, clearly. But he is certainly that. He's finished. A couple of his finishes as well. I mean, it was at the Bournemouth when he kind of wrongs foot the goalkeeper. He gets a break in the ball. But his finish against Newcastle was exquisite. It was exquisite. But I might go for Gyökeres.
Oh, I know. You always do that. You pivot. You go like that. Still got it.
I know.
Why Gyökeres then? Is it because of the team he's in, maybe? Or I don't know.
No,
do you think?
No, it's not actually. I just think he's more Haaland than he is Ekitike.
I know what you're saying. He's got that. He's got a bit of raw pace and power about him, but he knows where the goal is.
Yeah. Whereas I think Ekitike's got more to his game than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think he's got more to his game.
He'll do more for the team.
Correct. Whereas I think Gyökeres, a little bit like Haaland. Yes, he'll get involved, but he'll want to position himself in the box for a finish.
Yeah.
You know something? I could be miles wrong. It's one of these things.
Of course it is.
Absolutely. But I would probably plump even for the more out-and-out centre forward.
I've got you.
Than probably the more technically gifted player. I can't believe I've done that, but I'm doing it.
I like
I've nailed it.
Again, it makes sense. And we're just going to overlook Šeško. I suppose we haven't seen enough of him, have we?
Do you know something? That's probably my main reason.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact he's been on the bench.
What do you make to him starting on the bench, by the way?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I feel like...
The manager will have his reasons for it,
of course,
clearly.
Of course.
But I'm disappointed because I want to see him.
Yeah.
I genuinely want to see him. I'm sure the boys do as well, clearly.
Yeah.
So, if I'm allowed to, I would kind of reserve judgment until I get a good look at him.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'd have liked to have seen him start against Fulham, though.
Yeah.
I understand benching him first game of the season, but get him some minutes, get him, adjusted to the pace.
Me too.
But who am I? But Amarin lookalike. Right, next one. This kind of bolts onto this undertone of Isak and player power, but what's worse for you as a club? Players refusing to sign for you because you're not attractive enough?
Yeah.
Or players refusing to leave because of the salary they're on? What's more of a stickier scenario? It's a tough one, isn't it? So Man United are in a place where we're struggling to sell players. Sancho, he's turning Roma down because of salary, and you're thinking, well, you don't deserve that salary right now,
Correct.
Whereas you're looking at Newcastle.
But I need to come in here and
go on.
Of course he's deserving of that salary because he signed the contract.
Yeah.
So all he's doing, we can't have it both ways.
You're right.
We can't have it both ways.
I agree.
If we're giving Isak stick, Sancho's entitled to it because he was happy to sign that contract. The club were happy to give him that contract. So therefore,
technically, he's just
he's
I hear
what you're saying.
You'd like to see like a Rashford take a pay cut and go somewhere. I know it was Barca.
It's personal pride, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then it becomes personal pride.
Yeah.
Do you want to play or do you want to sit back and take the money?
Yeah. It's up to him, I guess.
You and I and every football fan up and down the country would say, because I know it's a stupid thing to say, but you'll know what I'm trying to say. Is there a massive difference for somebody earning 250 grand a week to 180 grand a week?
When you're getting taxed as much as you're getting taxed, then yeah.
The answer is obviously yes.
Yeah.
But if we're sitting there salivating at the money that they're earning, but you want to play.
Yeah, of course. And it's not a bad salary, is it?
These
salaries they're turning down.
Point.
Yeah. You can't turn your nose up at 100 grand a week as opposed to...
You're not going from £1,000 a week to £70 a week.
Yeah.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it gives you a decision. I hope I'm making sense
I'm
today
getting
for the first time.
I'm getting it.
So, in answer to your question, both of them are a nightmare.
Yeah.
Because if you want to get better, you need to attract the best players going. Right?
I'm thinking Newcastle and Man United is probably Newcastle are struggling to attract players.
Yes.
Despite going in for them and losing out to a Man United that finished 15th.
Well, as a trainer, I thought Newcastle, and rightly or wrongly, have always struggled to attract the creme de la creme because of the location.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure that's factually correct, right? But what I would say is, out of the two clubs, I think there's always a greater chance of a player being attracted to Manchester United because of history, because of the size of the club, right? And it's not just before Newcastle, I'm talking about 99 teams out of 100, right? Because Manchester United's name and history will still stand them in good stead for signing players.
Yeah, for sure.
And if they're not unique in that situation, they're certainly a little bit different. Real Madrid doing another club, talking about two of the biggest clubs in the world.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. But no, I feel for Eddie Howe in Newcastle as well, because clearly they want to strengthen, and for one or two reasons they've not really been allowed to. I know they brought one or two in, but yeah, you just want to see them. I'd love to see Newcastle, for example, been given carte blanche to go and do what they want to do.
Oh, I'd love to see that. It's a shame in a way, isn't it? It is a real shame.
It's maybe a little bit unfair, all the PSR rules and all that stuff.
I
get that, but...
And the Isak situation potentially moves a bit quicker if they're allowed to do so. With that being said, quick one here. What's a more attractive project right now? Signing for Newcastle or signing for Spurs? Where would you sign? What's your gut telling you? Because I
know, man.
Go on, say it.
Oh, man.
It is tough.
I've been impressed with Spurs.
Yeah.
Probably Spurs, because they're going to get the opportunity, I think, to expand quicker than Newcastle.
Yeah.
You know, I mean...
Why is that, though? Is it the manager or...
Manager and money as well, I think, because Newcastle seem to have their hands tied.
Yeah.
They want to go and buy players, but they're not really been allowed to for the reasons that we've spoke about.
Yeah.
But I think both of them are fantastic projects.
Yeah, great clubs to go to in their own
brilliant
rights. Yeah,
clubs
absolutely.
to go to.
Yeah.
And I can't lie, I'm not a Spurs supporter, right, by any stretch of the imagination. But I'm actually pleased for their fans, because they have been long suffering. They have been,
of course.
And in the last couple of months, they win the Europa League, and Big Ange gets lambasted, but he wins the Europa League. Says he wins something.
Yeah.
And then Thomas Frank's come in, and boy, have they been impressive.
Do you know
Get
what?
right back to that game, and you didn't even I was there. I mean, they should have beat PSG.
I know.
But even the start, then you think Burnley at home. Well, this is normally a hiccup for them.
Yeah.
Comfortable. Brilliant performance against City.
They've got their card marked at the Etihad, haven't they?
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
They beat them 7 in the last 13 and drawn 2. I think City have only won 4 out of 13 in the league, which is incredible. But there's something about Newcastle as well. You just love it, don't you?
Oh, you've gone backwards.
No, I'm sticking with
Spurs. No, they're both great clubs. Let's settle on that.
Absolutely.
We have now hit everyone's favourite part of the show. It is the second third, and of course it is Ali versus Ryan. Ali, I don't actually know what the score was.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. No, but I do. You're second.
Yeah. I think you got the better of me last season. I'm not going to lie. But I put up a fight.
You did.
And it's a clean slate now.
Correct.
So one of the best games on popular demand that we've asked to bring back it's a simple one. It's Guess the Career Path.
Oh, yeah.
We covered ourselves in a bit of glory, I think, last time.
Did we do okay?
Yeah, we did all right. I think you were trying to... Al Hatch Doof was one that you were trying to dig out from the memory. Yeah, but you got there.
I got there eventually.
And we're here again. So we're going to be given 3 career paths each. And I think it's Ali to serve. So let's have a look at the first career path.
Here we go. I need the Gregory's. Hold on.
The Gregory Pecks.
Yep. Right. Tottenham,
Liverpool. Liverpool. And then we've got...
Is that West Adelaide?
West Adelaide, yeah.
Liverpool.
And then you've got Rangers at the end. But I feel like you'll know players that have played for West Adelaide and Rangers. Surely that... Or maybe not. I'm looking at Ali's face now. I don't know if you guys have the luxury of seeing that, but he's giving it a good old think.
Oh, no, I've got that right away.
Have you?
I'm getting mixed up. The second badge is Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough, yeah.
It's got to be Graham Souness.
Oh.
And the one next to Rangers will be Sampdoria.
Yes.
So it's gone Spurs, Middlesbrough.
West Adelaide.
I'm not having. I don't know where that's come from, but I'll give you Liverpool, Sampdoria, and Rangers.
Right. Okay.
My pal Graham.
Graham Souness. Let's lock it in.
I hope I'm right after that. That would have been a disaster.
Oh, it would have been. It would have been. But you got it right. So West Adelaide, you don't remember that little...
No, I don't remember that.
I thought you did.
I'll need to ask Graham about that particular spell that he had.
6 appearances, 1 goal, I've been reliably informed. So, yeah.
I like it.
He's locked it in there.
Oh, here's a good one.
Oi, 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 oi. Oh, no. Hey. Come on now, help me out. So we've got... The glaringly obvious ones, Inter Milan, Manchester United, and then over to Arsenal. I can't go. Man United's in there.
I've got it.
You've got it?
No, I think so.
Do you know this? Oh, no, it's gone the other way. I'm struggling here.
Oh, no, I'm going the other way as well.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I've flipped it round. I'm trying to think now. Inter Milan to Manchester United to Arsenal. I've got to work it out based on that, haven't I? There's not been...
I'm dying to know the team second for the end with that big axe.
I don't know.
The few of us received that.
Who's gone Manchester United to Arsenal? I feel like the Inter move came after Arsenal though, but
I know.
I'm struggling there. Right, I'm being pushed for time. I'm just going to lock in Mkhitaryan and know it's going to be wrong. I'm locking in Mkhitaryan. Oh, Silvestre. Do you know that flashed into my head and flashed back out straight away?
Aye. I mean, it's glaringly obvious now, but I'm with you, mate. I was struggling with that one. I'll be honest. I was struggling.
I'm beating myself up.
Yeah.
But
good one.
1-0 tally.
Yeah.
Let's have our next career path, please. Right.
Aye. Midfielder.
Portsmouth and Tottenham.
Harry had him. Oh, my God.
We're locking that in?
Oh, come on. Midfielder.
Oh.
Croatian midfielder, man.
I thought you'd give me a name there.
No, it's Croatian midfielder. His legs had gone up at Rangers, but he was brilliant. What a football player.
Yeah, there's the Croatian at the start of the career path. Then you've got Portsmouth, Tottenham.
He was with Harry at Portsmouth and Tottenham. Oh, man.
And he's finished his career at Rangers.
Midfielder. He came up, we get battered at Celtic Park and he played with...
Oh, I know it, I think.
Oh, come on.
Oh, I do know it. I've got it.
He played the day.
We need an answer, unfortunately. You're just going to have to chuck something at me.
Oh.
Need something?
Nah.
I'm going to time you out.
Man. Right, I'm not saying it, but you're not allowed to tell me.
I've got it, you know. Wish I could have your point.
Nico Cranshaw.
It's Cranshaw, yeah. Portsmouth, Tottenham in there.
Okay, I had it. I just Nico Cranshaw.
Nico Cranshaw. All I needed you to not get that.
I know you did, but
so,
I need you to not get this.
I know. But if I didn't get the first one, I'm in trouble. Let's get the next career path, please.
Get that.
I've got this, you know. I've got this at a glance. Surely. Did he go there after? I'm second guessing myself. No, he came there before. Locking Sahar.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes. Yeah. I needed it. And I needed to get that quick.
You did.
Because otherwise I'd have been playing in my mind, second guessed myself. I've tied it up 1-1, but of course it's time for your second career path. Oh, right, okay, so we've got Porto, Tottenham, Portsmouth, Rangers, Sporting.
Aye, I've got that. I should have that. So wee Pedro, it's got to be wee Pedro, who's different class, by the way. Got to be wee Pedro Mendes.
Are you locking that in?
Nah, I'm going for it.
We're locking it in. Wee Pedro.
Yeah, yeah. What a player, what a guy.
Right, okay. So, that's 2 points for you. Have you had all three of your career paths, though?
You've got to get this.
I can only level it up. In true Ryan versus Ali fashion, it might finish as a draw. Let's get my final career path, please. Manchester United, West Bromwich Albion, Sunderland, Fulham, Villa, Cardiff. Starting the career at Manchester United. That could be a few players. and then going to West Brom. Did this happen? There's a player that's popped into my mind, but this game could really make you second guess the transfer. Manchester United to West Brom. Jeez, no, it wouldn't have. That didn't happen. Right. Darren Fresh is popping in my mind, and I don't know why. It's the first thing that popped into my mind, and he must have started his career at Manchester United. To West Brom. Did he play for West Brom, Ali? That's the question. You'll know. I
do know. I know who he played for.
Sunderland as well. Or Bardsley? But lock in Phil Bardsley.
Wrong.
Who is it?
Because Phil Bardsley played with Rangers, or was that in loan? Phil Bardsley definitely played with Rangers.
Lock in Bardsley. Oh, I was well off.
I knew it wasn't Fletch. Fletch did play with West Brom.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
But did he start his career at Manchester United, Fletch? Surely he did.
I think he did.
Yeah. I second guessed myself anyway. Ali McCoist.
Back.
2-1 winner. Well done.
Well done, mate. We're off and running.
Let us know in the comments how you guys did as well.
All right, folks, Ali McCoist here, and I've got a belter of an offer for all you Final Third fans. When you stick a tenner on with talkSPORT Bet, we'll give you £40 in free bets. Aye, 40 quid. And it's just for you lot watching the Final Third. So if you fancy getting involved, head over to talksportbet.com/Final Third and claim your exclusive offer today. Don't say I don't look after you, isn't it?
We have now reached the final third of the show, which means, of course, it is the very controversial, my favourite, personally, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's the big debate between me and Ali. Wow, we produced some amazing moments last season, some fantastic
A lot
clips.
of talking points.
Yeah, loads.
You and I get a bit of flack, actually, for one of our two statements.
And then some. I'm trying to think back. I think Salah not making your all-time 11, that was... Yeah,
I was on the ropes for about 2 weeks after that.
And Steven Gerrard not making mine.
Yeah.
I think that was those were controversial. But we're going to no doubt create some more ones inadvertently. We don't do it on purpose. But this is a fantastic question I think everyone can get stuck into, which is, let's get straight into it. What makes a good captain?
Yeah.
What makes a good captain? But it's the follow-up to this question that I really like, which is, and what can you make allowances for in your captain? What can you bypass and overlook? Because, and there's a comparison in front of me here. Bruno complaining to the ref. This is obviously all on the back of the penalty, which I'm sure we're all in unison. He's a bit of an idiot for even mentioning that. But Bruno complaining about refs, that's too far. That's considered too far. You are not captain material. Whereas a Roy Keane, for example, can get multiple suspensions, miss game time, but there's a collectiveness that, but he's fighting for the badge and that's okay. So what can we make allowances for, and what made a good captain for you in your playing days?
Well, I was lucky. Very fortunate. For the vast majority of my career, I played with two of the best captains in years and years. That was Terry Butcher and Richard Gough. So effectively, I played with the England captain, the Scotland captain.
Yeah.
And they were proper leaders. Proper leaders of men. But what they did, they would always, Ryan, lead by example.
Yeah.
Right?
On the field.
And off the field. Which is just as important. On and off the field, they would lead by example. They would never ask you to do something they didn't think you could do. They knew their own players' strengths and weaknesses. They knew how to get the best out of their teammates. And more importantly, they knew how to get the best out of their team. And these are all qualities that are required to be a captain.
So there's a man...
And what they did, sorry to interrupt you there, what they did more than anything, they built a feeling within the team. I felt that when we walked out with 11 captains.
Oh, that's a hell of a... I love that.
Do you know what I mean?
I love that. I've not heard that before.
They made you feel 10 feet tall and...
Like you had a say. Like, yeah.
And capable of doing what you needed to do.
I love that. That's brilliant. That's a great definition.
Well, they did. They genuinely did. I mean, I was lucky enough when Richard was injured, Walter handed me the armband. And it was, without doubt, one of the greatest experiences and periods in my footballing career when I captained Rangers for that period. I was also lucky enough to captain my country as well.
Can you tell me the difference between... Genuinely
responsibility.
Want to know this. Yeah, is that what it is? It's the responsibility. Do you feel a difference on the pitch?
Yeah, because I do, and I did. I was never captain for long periods, but any time I was, I felt an added responsibility for everybody else rather than just me, myself, which a lot of players, of course we know it's a team game, but within that team game, you've got to look after yourself, and generally speaking, that's the first thing you try and do.
Yeah.
But when you're a captain, and I felt you're a captain, that's secondary, because your responsibility is for the whole team rather than yourself.
Yeah.
And it's a massive thing, that. It's a massive, massive thing, that. Plus the fact a captain is so important to a fan base.
Yeah.
It's massively, because your captain is a leader within your team. And there are different ways to lead, but generally speaking, you talk about the great captains. You can get by Bobby Moore and people like that.
Of course,
Bobby,
yeah.
A leader. Butcher, leader. Brian Robson, leader. Guys like that, just that knew what it was all about and knew what it was required to lead their team. So I was very lucky, played with a couple of great leaders, as I say, Terry Butcher and Richard Gough, England captain, Scotland captain.
Yeah.
What do you make allowances for? Of course you make allowances, like everybody else, you make allowances. They make mistakes. Of course they make mistakes.
Yeah.
They'll make individual mistakes, and they'll probably make, collective mistakes at times as well for the team. But generally speaking, if captains lead by example and are attempting to do the right thing all the time, which they should, then you'll let them away as you would with individuals.
Do you know, that is a hell of an answer, by the way. That is a hell of an answer, I have to say. Really insightful. I'll use the Bruno example, and I'm a Manchester United fan as well. I think, right, that comparison sometimes is the thief of joy. They say that, don't they? Bruno Fernandes, at the time, in Manchester United's darkest period, where players have been stripped of captaincy because they couldn't take it, in Harry Maguire and other individuals. I think in itself, him stepping forward to take the captain's armband is the sign of a captain. And we talk about the leadership on the field, the leadership off the field. Off the field, he is exemplary. He's an absolute diamond. He's a wonderful player.
100%.
And a wonderful person.
100%.
He stays back, he speaks to all the fans, he signs up. I've been there, I've watched it. And on the field, yes, look, now there are things you have to overlook, and it is the sign of a modern footballer, which I think is why he's such a polarising figure. But you think about, no one's created more chances than Bruno in the league since he arrived. He's in a 50-50 club, 50 goals, 50 assists, with Scholes, with Cantona, with Giggs, with Rooney. These are the people. He's the 10th most goal involvements for Manchester United, full stop.
He stands up to be counted.
Absolutely. And I think that is a captain. At a time where you could say, who else would be captain? Who else would be captain?
I think Bruno's your choice.
Yeah.
Right? Just because he doesn't captain perhaps the same way as Roy Keane or Brian Robson.
Yeah, that's what I mean, the comparison.
Yeah, just because he doesn't captain the same way doesn't necessarily make him a poor captain or a bad captain. He captains differently.
Can you make allowances for his behaviour?
Yeah, you can. You can make allowances. Doesn't make them right.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the things I genuinely don't like, all that stuff, the hands going up in the air and moaning about the referee and silly kind of petty things like that. But there's probably nobody moaned more about referees than Roy and blinking Brian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just in a different form.
Did it in a different form.
Yeah.
Leaders lead. Right, he misses a penalty at the weekend. Man United get a penalty next week, I bet he's the first man to take it.
Exactly, yeah.
Because he'll lead, right? And people forgetting Manchester United's really, really tough period. I think he did his best to lead.
Yeah.
a bang average team, you know, and his statistics and his figures would show that that's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Right. Some of the things he would do would frustrate you, you know, and you make a good point. Is it the modern day footballer? You know, hands up in the air and all that, and perhaps at times, I don't think he is playing to the crowd. I just think it's a genuine emotion within him.
I do.
That makes him go like that.
Yeah, I think it's
unacceptable.
It's
if he's playing in the crowd, that's unacceptable.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And captains don't do that.
Yeah.
But I would argue, I'm not sure he's doing that.
I have a feeling he's doing that in the park.
That's heat in the moment.
Yeah.
And he wears his heart on his sleeve, and that all that kind of stuff comes into it. But no, I think he at this moment in time he's best suited to captain Manchester United.
Yeah.
And it's not a very much. It's not well, who else you get to do it? But it's a little bit like that.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, it is. It is, and I agree. So I think we can probably settle and summarise on standing up to be counted.
Yes.
To off the field and on the field, leading by example.
Just as important.
Yeah, exactly. It's, and we don't see a lot of that off the field stuff, do we? And you can probably make quite a few allowances given that they do those things and they make you feel like you're. Like you say, a captain in yourself,
Absolutely.
standing tall in your own position.
100%.
Yeah, I love that.
Good question. I like that.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we got stuck into it. And that's it. That's it for today's Final Third. I know it's absolutely flown. Thank you very much, Ali McCoy.
Loved it, Ryan.
Yes.
Loved it, mate.
Thank you guys for watching as well. Get involved in the comments, especially in that debate that we had at the end there. What makes a good captain? What can you make allowances for? Is Bruno a good captain? Let us know in the comments. And until next time, take care.